offense that led to the infidelity.
Yes.
One offense being neglected.
Yes.
One offense being not being treated well.
Yes.
Somebody sent me a message talking about the fact that the way her husband, he's not helpful. He doesn't give, like, he's not supportive in terms of, giving stuff. She doesn't need a thing because she's, well, how do I say it? She's okay. She has her businesses and stuff. So when they're about to have the baby, she said, I want a push gift. So when I have the child, gift me something because you're not supportive of anything else I do. Now, it's been over 6 months since they had their child. You haven't given the gifts. I promise that you will. So because of that, she doesn't even want him to touch her.
Okay, so...
And she has to deal with all of the taking care of the child by herself because unfortunately for her, her mother passed on.
Fantastic.
So everything edaniso. And situation like that can lead to losing interest.
That's all I'm saying.
There are situations where a man doesn't support you with even money. You are married, but as a couple, how do I put it? Your wife doesn't ask you for much, but you're supposed to at least.
I get it, and I'm saying that you are looking at the other side when it comes to women.
No, I'm not looking. I'm looking at both men. I'm looking at men as well. I'm not done with my.
When a man is there, the wife is disrespecting him. Okay, the wife is not submissive. I'm not saying so. I'm not a believer of that. But there are women stepping on your wife.
There are women who are so fixated on my career, so they ignore.
That's what I'm saying. So they ignore the husband.
So there's an offense that leads to the infidelity.
Fantastic. So I'm saying that when those things start, you sit there and talk about it. So what we don't do here is,
post-marriage counseling
is key, and that's what I said the other time. Counseling is three folds.
You mentioned.
One. Before you even take a decision to go into a relationship, you must know who you are.
Yes.
Go to a counselor, a life coach, to help you that. And I give an example.
Yeah.
Where a lady that I knew the mother, came to me with somebody. In fact, she came to me and said, A, B, C, D, F, G. I said, look, this guy cannot be for you. So, guys, because by the time they come, they have been having sex. Moya abortion about two. Two kokasamunti. So
where are they?
About 2, 3. So the lady came to me and said, this, and I said, no, wait. And I said, okay, say. The lady went back. She did what I told her. The guy failed miserably. Then she cut the guy off. Then along the line, she came back and said, look, I've seen another person. I want to bring the person for you to assess the person. The person came. I did what the things I have to do. And I said, go and marry. Now they are married. I took them through counseling for 3 months. Even though they have a pastor and all that. They said, look, because of this, we want you to. But they are married.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. The second one is this premarital counseling. Yeah. The one that we are already we are already pregnant and we are in a hurry. Do something for us to go. And then sometimes you are advising people, preventing something. They say, no, we'll do it. And then the post-marital counseling. So the moment you see the red light or the red flag, sit down and talk about it. That the way you are behaving and the things that are going on, we need to go through counseling. We have to sit down and talk about it so that one day when something happens, you are not blamed. So if you go to, like you're saying, there's no attention, you're not giving your wife money, you don't pay school fees.
Or you're not paying attention to your husband.
The utility, whatever. You say, take care of them, do this and that and all those things. Okay? There are things that are happening. You know that this thing that is happening, my wife is emotionally down. Okay? You have put your career ahead of your husband. You are the guy in the office. You are doing something. Your husband says, look, this thing you are doing, please.
I don't like
you say, no, forget it. This and that. Sit down and talk about it. And let the person understand that this is where we have gotten to. We have to sit down and talk about. Let's bring in somebody that can help us. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, and the person is not willing. And in future something happens, nobody can blame anybody. Nobody.
Because there are some men that when you bring up this issue of let's go post-marriage counseling, they don't.
And I'm saying that if that guy cannot think, and you want another person to help him, and he says no, and he's not doing the things that he's supposed to do, and something happens, somebody sleeps his wife, he cannot complain. You cannot. But mine is, have you spoken about it? To what extent? Did you bring somebody in? The guy saw it, that this is what is happening. The lady saw it. When something happens along that line, you cannot blame anybody.
Because you didn't do what's necessary.
For example,
Yeah.
last week I was late. Okay?
Yeah, we
Because
did
of
only-
ABC.
We did only one story.
Okay. No, we did 2 in 1.
We did one. Yeah, 2 in 1, yes.
Chairman was self-contained. That's what we did. So we did 2 in 1.
My father will kill me.
Or single room self-contained.
Single room
Yes,
self-contained.
one story pregnant with 2 stories.
Yes.
And
Yeah, one story.
so one heady with 2 stories. So
Yes.
single room self-contained. That's
Yes,
what we
that's
did.
what we did, yes.
So today when I was coming, I was here so I'm here.
Got in on time.
So when I come again late, and we say, okay, we won't do the program again. Nobody can blame anybody.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it's a major problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, we are seeing it. When you go to the office, there's this guy that is calling you around this time. Please, married person, you can't do that. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. When something happens, you can't blame anybody. So when the things start, that's what we don't do. We don't talk. We don't communicate. We don't have effective communication in our relationship. Effective communication. Oh, this thing guy you're talking about. And sometimes, even the counselors, they're having problems.
Everybody has problems.
And
Yes.
that's what they see. Me, I'm going to any counselor. The guy himself is having a problem. Don't mind them. Okay, doctors die.
Don't go to the hospital then.
That's all. You can't think. A doctor's wife can die.
Yeah.
A doctor's husband can die.
Yes.
A doctor's father, mother, brother, sister, they die.
Child.
Okay, so does it mean that they are not good? Is that what you are saying?
No, they are, but
Is that what you are saying?
it's nature.
So even counselors, I'm worrying you. So what? And that's why I'm saying that. Okay, there are lawyers who are having problems. Is that they can solve it?
No.
Chachu went to when he went to court. They said that when the lawyers have problems and they go to court, they bring another lawyer.
Yes, they
And
do. Yes, they
when
do.
Chachu was going to the court, the other lawyers that were going with him.
Yes.
Why are they go and sit there and talk?
Yes.
Because they know that emotionally, the state in which you are, you can't go and sit there and talk. So they bring another person.
Yeah.
And they discuss the issue before they go. And they say, sit down. As a lawyer, renowned lawyer, even renowned as Chachu is, when he had the issue, there were lawyers that were going to the court on his behalf.
Yeah.
That's all we are saying. So this is, I'm going anywhere. Then it leads to something. So there's a process that it goes through before people do those things. And I'm saying that when those things start, sit there and discuss.
Yeah.
For example, your spouse or your partner is always talking about, they are ex. They are ex. They are ex. And it's something you have to sit there and say, please, let's focus on our marriage, not your ex. But if you allow them, it's not even need to, but the ex will not do anything. By the time you realize,
He has done something. Yes, we are true. We shouldn't Julia Agbuna.
Because somebody is enjoying your wife or your husband in the name of ex. So I tell people that when you're married, the first person or the first people you have to cut them off emotionally are your exes. Because they know where to touch.
Yeah.
And your legs will be shaking. So be very careful. Because if they go and touch that point or that spot, which they know, it doesn't matter how anointed you are, it can create problems for you. So you dissolve all emotional attachment with them. Then you focus. So those things will come in, but sit there and talk about it.
Okay.
Now, when there's an issue of infidelity, which has happened, what do you do? And I'm saying that when those things happen in marriage, trust has been undermined.
Broken.
People have been betrayed. You have 2 options. One, to say, I want to stay in the marriage, even though this has happened. Or, because of this, I want to walk out.
Counselor, real quick. You know, when it gets to that point, a lot of people will say a lot of things. You have your mother in your ears. You have your father telling you things. Sometimes parents don't even agree. One person will say, leave. Another person will say, stay. Oh, another person will come and say, people are looking, no, you understand me. No, people are caught in confusion. So yes, you have two options. People actually feel that I don't have an option. I have to stay. And then people, after that, it doesn't go up. Sometimes it ends up
worse.
Gets worse.
So that's why I'm sitting as a counselor, saying that when there's an issue of infidelity, okay, you have 2 options. It's there for you. The Bible even talks about it. That except for an issue of infidelity or marital unfaithfulness, You can leave. It's there. Mark 16.
So, sir, let me ask you. At that point, when you're nervous and you decide that, okay, because of your...
Don't take a decision. When there's an issue of infidelity, don't take a decision. See a counselor. So when you come to me, that's the counsel I'm giving you on air.
Sharp.
What I'll tell you in secret. You have two choices. One, do you want to leave or you want to stay? I don't know, maybe so. If the person says, in spite of what has happened, I want to stay. I know the type of counseling I'll give you so that you can survive in that marriage.
What if the person wants to go?
If you say you want to leave, and also want a counselor, because you see, after you have left, you still have to live your life after.
Yeah.
You can't say because I am divorced, so that's it, I'm finished. So yes, you want to divorce. After that, what? Then you need to go through a process of healing to be able to overcome what happened so that you can live your normal life.
Okay.
And that's why I said that when there's an issue of infidelity, because trust is broken and people have been betrayed, the options are two. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, change now, you have to stay.
Yeah.
You have to choose that option you want. And that's why you have to see a counselor. So whether you want to stay or you want to leave, see a counselor so that the person can help you overcome the emotional pain that you have gone through or you are still going through. If you want to stay, then okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
So that you can live in that marriage and be able to deal with the issue of mistrust.
Very important.
Very important.
Yes, sir.
The yes, I'll stay. Some of them, for the sake of their children, they want to stay.
That particular thing, that one, oh, I want to stay because of the children.
Yes.
Does it really work?
Yes, there are people who have taken those decisions. That, yes, I was sitting one day, I had a call from whatever, then somebody told me that, oh, your husband has a child here. Then you asked him, he denied. You asked him, he denied. Then finally he said, yes, I have a child. What do you do? Trust is destroyed.
You're bitter.
Emotionally destroyed.
You become bitter.
You become bitter, you're angry. What do you do? And the person says, okay, I have children
You've
with
left one thing. Sometimes you're going out of your mind.
You are, look, if you like, go to the psychiatric hospitals.
Boss.
The people who are there with the issues of relationships and marriages.
It's more than the people who are actually from...
I'm saying this on authority, not hearsay.
Yeah.
But the work I do.
You know, we've had
that is why
extensive conversations.
That's why I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. Because you have no clue what relationships and marriages, where it's sending people to. And that's why I said, don't do ABC, because what you are doing, you are finished. So if the person says, okay, I'll stay, the person who has been offended or who has offended that person must be able to help the person to recover. You know, there are men who go out, for example.
So if in the process you offended me,
yes,
you have to help me heal?
Yes. Because if, for example, the man goes out to go and have a child, and the man comes and says, oh, I'm sorry, okay, maybe because of this and that's why this thing happened. What is the way forward? Okay, so what is the way forward? And the man says, can we bring a counselor? If the man is the one taking those steps, the lady then becomes calmer. The healing process is faster. But the one who offended me says, okay, can we go for a counselor?
Oh, good.
The counselor comes in. Then the wife knows that, okay, my husband is a human being. Maybe he has made a mistake.
Yes.
So let me give him that benefit of doubt. So the counselor comes in, and the man is willing to submit himself or subject himself to that thing, those counseling, and going through the process to help the wife to heal. Don't come and say, oh, Ben Pabufai, I didn't my power, I didn't know why chinchina.
Arrogance.
Then they have these Bible quotations. The Bible says that you should forgive
and forget.
Even Jesus. See, when you hurt people, you don't use that approach. And then don't say, oh, but this thing happened 2 months ago. You are still holding. No. Obian the way with me deal with issues. That's why you bring in a counselor. The person takes the two of you through a process of healing. And the one that has offended